evening and thanks for joining us on tonight's edition of Sunday Delight on your choice station, NTA Ado-Ekiti. On our package tonight, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti, EXO, hosts family, friends and colleagues after delivering the 107th inaugural lecture of the school. A surveyor, Dr. Peter Oluwafemi Olowo-Okere, rolls out the drums to celebrate his 80th birthday, as people of Irele Ekiti have taken a significant step in preserving the cultural heritage of the town with the groundbreaking of a new palace. Also sit back for the burial ceremony of Pag Badebo Adegoke at Igede Ekiti and that of Madam Lucia Ojo at Igbara Odo Ekiti. Details of these and more have been well researched and well packaged to spice up your Sunday evening. My name is Olukemi Sonny. We are glad to have you join us. Messages of faith, peace and godly living echoed across Sunday services in Ado-Ekiti, with clerics urging believers to contribute positively to the development of the society through exemplary Christian living. Bumi Adewumi reports.
At First Equa Church in Dolofin, Ado-Ekiti, the choir celebrated our 31st anniversary with the theme, Keep Your Lamp Burning. The celebration was graced by guests and well-wishers in an atmosphere of thanksgiving, praise and worship as the choir rendered inspiring ministrations in appreciation of God's faithfulness over the years. The anniversary also featured special musical performances by the choir, reflecting on 3 decades of dedicated service in advancing the gospel through music. Delivering the anniversary message, Evangelist Boaz Adeleye charged believers to remain spiritually vigilant and keep the light of Christ shining in their lives through Christian living and unwavering devotion to God. He reminded worshippers that every Christian has responsibility to remain steadfast in faith and continue to shine as the light in a world filled with challenges.
We are urging people to keep their light shining for Christ. And in the context of that passage, the lamp we are talking about, or the light we are referring to, is our life as Christians and characters.
We should continue serving God, no matter the situation of the country, no matter the economic situation, security aspect of it, and everything. We should keep on moving.
And we want to use this time to encourage our people, to encourage the nation, that we should let our lamp keep burning.
At Christ Foundation Evangelical Assembly, Abuja Quarters, Ado-Ekiti, where the presiding pastor, Pastor Olabode Awe, delivered a sermon titled The Power of Prayer from Jeremiah 33 verse 3. He described prayer as a believer's lifeline to God, encouraging Christians to cultivate a consistent prayer life and remain committed to seeking God's face at all times.
My advice to Christian and believer worldwide, not even only in Ekiti State, is we must intensify and reignite the fire of prayer.
At Good News Anglican Church, Surulere, Ado-Ekiti, Reverend Emmanuel Adeyemo preaches on the love of God, urging Christians to reflect on God's love through their words, actions, and daily conduct. He emphasized that genuine love is a hallmark of true Christian living and encouraged worshippers to demonstrate compassion, kindness, and selflessness in their relationships with others.
God has shown His love to us, and we must resonate back to Him that we should love Him with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our strength, with all our might. And this is the main commandment.
Special prayers were offered for peace, unity, and sustainable development in the country. In Ado-Ekiti, Bumi Adewumi, NTA News.
Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji has expressed deep condolences over the death of a prominent leader of the All Progressives Congress APC in the state, Prince Gabriel Omodara, popularly known as Baba QC. Pa Omodara, a former chairman of the defunct Ekiti Central local government, passed away in the early hours of Sunday at the age of 93. Governor Oyebanji, in a statement signed by Special Advisor on Media, Yinka Oyebode, described the late elder statesman's passage as a significant loss to the APC, the progressive family in Ekiti, Ado-Ekiti community, and the state at large. The governor noted that Pa Omodara was one of the most dedicated leaders of the party who worked tirelessly with other stakeholders to build a strong and enduring political structure for the APC in the state. He described the deceased as a man of integrity and wisdom whose counsel and leadership will be missed. Governor Oyebanji also commended Pa Omodara's invaluable contributions to the development of Ado-Ekiti and Ekiti State, particularly during his tenure as chairman of the then Ekiti Central local government, comprising of Ado and Ifelodun local government areas. He added that the late politician devoted his later years to community development and monitoring a new generation of leaders. He commiserated with the immediate family of the deceased, the APC and progressive family in Ekiti, and prayed that God grants him eternal rest and gives the family the strength to bear the loss. Sunday Delight will go for a short break to be back with our social diary event for the outgone week. Do join us again. Stakeholders we thank you so much for joining us again. Stakeholders from all walks of life gathered to celebrate an outstanding scholar whose contributions to teaching, research, and community development continue to inspire excellence. The event was the grand reception organized in honor of Deputy Vice Chancellor Development, Professor Michael Oke, following the successful delivery of his inaugural lecture at the Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti. Kola Adebobi was there and now reports.
It was a colorful and memorable occasion as guests converged on the reception venue shortly after the inaugural lecture with the title, Seeking the Best Way in Solving Real-Life Problems Using Mathematical Concepts, the Beauty of Optimal Techniques, where Professor Michael Oke identified mathematics as an abstract science which has applications in all fields of human endeavors to make predictions, drive innovations, and solve practical real-life problems. The atmosphere was filled with excitement, music, and congratulatory messages on achievement of the highest academic milestones in university scholarship. The reception, which was attended by members of the academic community, traditional rulers, religious leaders, family members, as well as well-wishers, featured cultural performances, presentation of gifts, and entertainment, creating a joyful atmosphere that reflected the significance of the occasion. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Joseph Ayodele, commended the inaugural lecturer for his dedication to academic excellence, describing the lecture as intellectually enriching and a significant contribution to knowledge. Some of the stakeholders who paid glowing tributes praised the professor's humility, mentorship, and unwavering commitment to developing future generations of scholars.
He did not only deliver an inaugural lecture, but showed scholarship. By the special grace of God, today is a Deputy Vice Chancellor Development of our great university, EXU. And what he delivered on is more of application that is very relevant, optimization, very relevant in engineering, and very relevant to humankind.
is potentially a kind of industrial mathematical application of Maclaurin series into solving human problems in the area of epidemiology, transportation, and mechanics. So that lecture has really exposed us to that every one of us, in whatever we do in life, we need mathematics.
Professor Michael Oke, who could not hide his joy for the achievements, promised to continue with research, teaching and service to humanity.
I became professor in 2018, and all since then, I've been thinking of a day that will be like this, that I will be fulfilled, that I will be able to showcase my talent and tell the whole world how I became professor, how I started, and how I got to my present position. So I'm very happy today. And so I feel fulfilled today that my people came from all over the world to celebrate me. I'm very, very, very happy.
Today is a wonderful day in my life and in the life of my husband. I really appreciate God for what He is doing, particularly in the life of my husband and the life of the family. I really appreciate God, and I was so happy the Lord will guide him. Higher, higher, higher is his portion in the mighty name of Jesus.
The celebration, however, goes beyond honoring an individual as it highlights the value of scholarship, innovation, and lifelong dedication to advancing knowledge for national development. In Ado-Ekiti, Kola Adebobuiji, News.
Congratulations to Professor Oke. And moving ahead, celebrating the gift of long life is often regarded as a moment of gratitude, reflection, and appreciation for a life of impact. This was the atmosphere in Ilawe-Ekiti, where family members, friends, and well-wishers gathered to celebrate the 80th birthday of a surveyor, Dr. Peter Oluwafemi Olowo-Okere. The preacher at the Thanksgiving service charged Christians to number their days and apply their heart unto wisdom, stressing the importance of living purposefully and in reference to God. Rukayat Oladimeji has details.
It was a colorful gathering as dignitaries, family members, friends, and associates from different walks of life converged to celebrate Dr. Peter Oluwafemi Olowo-Okere on the occasion of his 88th birthday. The celebrants, accompanied by members of his family and well-wishers, made a grand entry into the venue with shares from guests. In a sermon, the guest preacher, Pastor Kayode Ogunbiyi, who took his text from Psalm chapter 90 verse 12, urged Christians to always give thanks to God, evaluate their lives, and remain mindful of eternity. Guests were entertained with a variety of food and drinks, while cultural performances by the Ekiti Southwest Cultural Troupe and live band added color and excitement to the celebration. There were tributes from family members, friends, and well-wishers who described the celebrant as a man of integrity, wisdom, and compassion. They noted that his exemplary leadership, commitment to service, and passion for community development have positively impacted many lives.
He's a man of honor, so wise, and so intelligent. What we are able to achieve today, it is not for my dad. Actually, when we growing up, we scared of him. But thank God today, see who we are.
I feel so good, I feel so special to have someone who has led me for over 3 decades right now, and he's been a kind of succor, he's been a leader.
To celebrate his 80th birthday is something we've been looking up to. I want to thank God that he's coming alive and he's coming in a good health for him. So I think it's a joyful thing for us.
He's the firstborn of my mother and the first son in the family of Olowo-Okere, and he has been playing that fatherly role on all of us.
He has been very supportive of whatever development that is going on in my quarter. So that is why I like him.
The celebrants expressed gratitude to God
for the grace of attaining the age of 80 and encourage younger generations to embrace integrity, hard work, and the fear of God as the foundation for a meaningful life.
I'm the happiest man in the world today because it's grace that has given me this opportunity. Because I have passed through trying periods in my life, that I can have a day of joy of this nature. I'm very, very happy and I'm grateful to God.
Highlight of the celebration was the cutting of the birthday cake and presentation of gifts. Dr. Peter Olowokere was born on the 5th July 1946 to the family of the late Pa Zaccheaus Olowokere and Madam Felicia Abimbola Olowokere of Okeemo Quarters, Ilawe Ekiti, Ekiti State, and he has distinguished himself in public service, business, and community development. In Ado Ekiti, Rukayat Oladimeji, NTA News.
We join others to say happy birthday to Dr. Olowokere, many happy returns, and still on Sunday Delight. The groundbreaking of a new palace of Onirele of Irele Ekiti in Ajoni Local Council Development Area has been performed, marking a significant step towards preserving the town's cultural heritage and enhancing its traditional institution. Ayodiji Ogunshakin brings us the sights and sounds of the colorful ceremony.
History was made as the ancient community of Irele Ekiti in Ajoni Local Council Development Area in Ekiti State took a bold steps towards building an enduring legacy and preservation of the cultural heritage and tradition of the community with the groundbreaking of a new palace for the town. The Onirele of Irele Ekiti, Oba David Andero, described it as a new dawn and a dream come true, adding that the new palace, when completed, would not only serve as official residence of the traditional ruler, but as a center for cultural activities, community meetings, and preservation of history. Oba Onirele noted that the community has been without a common palace since its existence and urged sons and daughters of the community, both at home and diasporas, to contribute to the completion of the project.
I want us to leave the era of a king being installed in his father's house. And looking around, this type of project has never happened. I'm so happy because this is the first of its style, even around us here. So what informed me to do this is just like a vision that God is being made to materialize today.
The chairman at Ajoni Local Council Development Area, Michael Ogunwemi, described the initiative of Oba David Andero as a legacy for generations yet unborn. He described it as a symbol of history and legacy and paid the support of the local council towards the project.
This is the first of its kind among the people of Ekamefa people. We have palaces, but they are built by their own kabiases as their own family house. So this initiative is good, first of its kind from a Ekamefa community. And I want to salute the vision of the kabiasi, its initiative for embarking on this project.
The Alajuwon of Ijawo Ekiti, Oba Emmanuel Omopaliola, and community leaders, including the Asiwaju of Irele Ekiti, Ibitayo Ileoramo, who was represented, commended the initiative of the palace construction and sought the support of all and sundry towards the successful completion of the project. The project engineer, Segun Babatola, explained the structural design of the one-story building palace, which will be equipped with modern facilities. Highlight of the ceremony was the foundation laying, which was performed by the chairman of Ajoni Local Council Development Area and the royal father of the town.
So the palace belongs to the whole community, not an individual project. It's a community project. It's a joint together project. It's a combined project that we are doing today, that we are laying the foundation today. And to God be the glory. We can see the size that everybody is joyful today to witness this glorious day. So we are using this medium for the government to support us, the local government and the state government, and even the federal government and other agencies that can support us to complete this project, because this project is beyond what we can just say we want to do within 2-3 months.
If we have a palace, what it means is that it's going to give us a symbol, a location of unity where people can come together and say, this is where we celebrate our cultural heritage. Also, a palace is where artifacts are kept. So our heritage is going to be kept if you have a palace, and this is going to make the generation unborn to have a contact with their lineage.
Religious leaders offered prayers for the successful completion of the palace, as well as continued peace, unity, and development of the town. From Irele Ekiti, Ayodeji Bishakin, NTA News.
The need for people to always do good in their lifetime to prepare them for eternity has been emphasized. This was part of the messages during the burial of a late media practitioner, Gbadebo Idowu Adegoke, after 73 years of sojourn on earth. Kola Adebobuyi reports that the service was held at the Araromi Baptist Church, Igede Ekiti. The reports.
It was a gathering of family members, friends and well-wishers from all walks of life to honor the life of their late patriarch, Gbadebo Idowu Adegoke, with special funeral service. Different ministrations and presentations at the service centered on tributes of impactful contributions of Gbadebo Adegoke to humanity and societal development while alive. Guest speaker at the ceremony, Reverend Oluniyi Waige from First Baptist Church, Akure, Ondo State, described death as a price everyone must pay and challenge people to always prepare for the heavenly kingdom in their day-to-day engagements.
Adegoke was not the richest in the beginning. He was not the richest member of this church in diaspora, and he was not the most influential. But today we are saying what he has done with his life.
The children and family members were joined in a special thanksgiving. The body of the deceased was taken to the gravesite where dust-to-dust rites were performed. Attention later shifted to the reception for entertainment of guests, while the band display added glamour to the ceremony as the children and family members took to the dance floor. Some of the children said the legacy left behind by their late father will not be forgotten.
In school, throughout my secondary school, university, anytime he encouraged me to come first, and anytime I came first, even what am I primary school, every time I came first or even second, he would buy me a gift.
He was also smart. He was also, the kind of person that will encourage you, encourage everybody. Your dreams are not small to him.
He was beyond just being kind. He was generous and he was humble. He loved us dearly and deeply, and he did a lot to ensure that we are who we are today. I want people to experience me in such a way that is beyond just, knowing me. It's me impacting their life and their lives, and that is who my dad was. Like, he impacted a lot of people's lives.
As a husband, as a father to the children, his care cannot be quantified. He's a passionate person, very caring. He happens to be my in-law, but it doesn't even seem like in-law to me. He took me as his own daughter.
So he's like a father to me, but he was my favorite uncle. Anytime I'm in trouble, who do I think about? He's the one, and he always sorted me out.
Chief Gbadebo Idowu Adegoke was born in 1953 into the royal family of Chief Ruben Aladebamigbe Adegoke of Igede Ekiti and Madam Esther Oluwatukesi Adegoke. His years of dedication, professionalism, and exemplary service culminated into his appointment as Assistant General Manager, public relations, a position he held until he retired in 2013 during the transition from NEPA to the Power Holding Company of Nigeria, PHCN. In recognition of his contributions to his hometown and his exemplary character, Gbadebo was conferred with the referred traditional title of Chief Adeyibaka of Igede-Ekiti in 2023, a title he carried with dignity, humility, and deep respect for the traditions of his people. He is survived by his wife, children, grandchildren, and extended family members. In Ado-Ekiti, Kola Adebabuyi, News.
And still celebrating a life well lived, family members, friends, and well-wishers gathered on the ancient town of Igbara Ado-Ekiti to bid farewell to an industrious woman, late Madam Ojimisola Lucia Ojo. The funeral featured encomium on integrity, faith, and uncommon dedication of the deceased to her family and the community. Bumi Adewumi reports.
It was a solemn atmosphere at Holy Family Catholic Church, Igbara Ado-Ekiti, as family members, friends, and associates gathered to pay their last respect to the late Madam Ojimisola Lucia Ojo, who passed away at the age of 98. The funeral mass was a celebration of a life marked by hard work, discipline, faith, and service to humanity. In a sermon, Reverend Father James Ogumoroti, who reminded Christians that life on earth is temporary, urged them to live righteously in preparation for eternity. He encouraged family members to take solace in God, noting that their late mother lived a life worthy of emulation, which was manifested in an unwavering faith and dedication to family and community.
We encourage our people too as well that they should continue to keep on the faith, so that at the last day all of us will be able to enjoy the kingdom of God.
The service featured special thanksgiving by the children and family members to express gratitude to God for the fulfilled and impactful life of their mother. The body of late Madam Ojimisola Lucia Ojo was later taken to the graveside, where dust-to-dust rites were performed. At the reception, guests were entertained while the musical band performed to the admiration of well-wishers. Some of the children and family members described her as a loving mother, industrious, and a disciplinarian whose generosity and commitment to raising responsible children left an enduring legacy.
Mama lived a fulfilled life. Because despite the fact that she didn't have a formal education, she was able to train everybody. All of us were all graduates. It's a no-nonsense woman. She didn't tolerate any nonsense.
My mother-in-law is very kind. You cannot differentiate between our children with our daughter-in-law. So always caring for them.
A disciplinarian to the core. My in-law Jori Kimi, mo bọ jàre dáadé mo fi wẹ̀ lọ́nà. Ọjà kí wọ́n bá ọjà mo bá lọ má fi wẹ̀ lọ. Wọ́n ní ká wẹ̀wẹ̀ ká kú sómi òun lọ ọjà wá.
She's this kind of person that she's good at expressing herself with songs. So I'll miss that Madam. Ìyá ọjà mi, I'll miss you forever because every time, like when we are together, you come to play my bedside. Ọmọ ọjà, mọ̀ ṣe bá o, mọ̀ ṣe yí o.
Madam Lucia Ojimisola Ojo, born in the early 1930s in Igbara Odo, devoted her life to farming, trading, and the upbringing of her family, popularly known in the community as Eyi Oja and later Eyeloshe. Madam Ojo was widely respected for her entrepreneurial spirit, integrity, and strong moral values. She is survived by children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and relatives. Bumi Adewumi, NTA News.
And may the souls of the departed rest in peace. On that note, we have come to the end of this week's edition of Sunday Delight. Join us again next week Sunday for some other interesting reports. My name is Olukemi Sonny. Do have yourselves a productive week ahead, and God bless you.
World Cup 2026 is here. Watch all 104 matches live on Star Times from the opening match to the final showdown.
And this time, it's not just watching, it's watch and win.
Subscribe or buy a Star Times decoder and stand a chance to win the 10 million naira grand prize. There's many exciting prizes nationwide with subscription packages starting from just 4,000 naira. Recharge now via Star Times app or visit any Star Times office dealer outlet near you.
Star Times, enjoy digital life.